We're recording. Okay, we're recording now. So there you go. So I don't know where Danny is. I have no idea. He's impersonating somebody somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's okay. I watched the last one, actually. He's really good.
He is very good. He's very funny.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Doesn't let me get in.
No, I know. I noticed that. I thought, hang on. I talk more than that. Like, seriously, what's going on there? You know, he's talking, I'm thinking, geez, he would give me a bloody run for my money and I can talk. My brother once said, that if I went underwater and I started talking, that the fish would start to create a new species again, that they would crawl out of the water and that would be it. They'd be like, I'm not staying in this water. I'm not staying in this water with this guy anymore. He talks too much.
He's very good. Yeah, I don't know. He said he was going to be on this week, so... But he does tend to... You end up with a very long video.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, he's got a lot to say in a little bit of time. I understand it.
A little bit. I'd give him the whole hour.
You know.
Oh, dear.
I certainly get used to it, that's for sure. Hey, just give me half a second. I'm just going to turn my light on because...
Yeah, you're in the
it's
dark.
all blue. Yeah, just hang on. Hopefully that makes a difference. Oh, that's better. Yes.
Yeah, a little bit better, yeah.
Yeah, well, a little bit at least anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's getting afternoon now, so, you know, the light's starting. It is staying a bit longer, though. What is it? 5+5. So
yeah,
at least we're getting a little bit more light.
Not quite as dark, yeah. So.
Well, can you believe it's the 12th of August? Like,
no, it's my dad's birthday. It's my dad's birthday today, and it was my daughter's birthday yesterday. So.
Oh, cool! Is your dad still around?
No, he died in '85. So.
Okay, mine 96.
Long time ago.
Yeah, my dad died in. Yeah. My dad actually had the best stories. He really did. He was an old Western Suburbs boy.
Yeah.
And he used to hang out with all the boys. So he used to hang out with. He was in the 52 dressing room with the boys. Oh. He was there at 61, 62 and 63. He said when they came in 63, you could actually smell them before you could actually hear them because the mud in the SCG was toxic and it had a very unique smell to it.
Oh, gross.
And footballers years later could still smell it in their nose.
Oh, how horrible.
There was just so much mud.
Yeah.
And when they came off the field, both captains reckoned that nobody deserves to lose that game, that it should have just been a draw straight up because it was just that disgusting. Oh. But testament to the crowd back then, it was 56,000 people who just, you know, sat in the absolute pouring rain because it had poured for about 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
And the SCG had a cricket pitch in the middle anyway.
And SCG, yeah.
Yeah, well, this is before they did drop-ins and all stuff like that. So, and it was just, yeah, he said it was just, you know, and the anger in the dressing room after it. And that was their last time that they were in a grand final. It was 1963.
That's rugby?
Right, rugby league.
Yeah, so that's what Danny played.
Hmm.
So
I love rugby league and I played rugby, but I like, you know, for instance, there's my nickname still
Thumper
on my shirt. Yeah.
I'll call you a little rabbit. No worries.
Yeah, and that was my team. That's the team. So that's Petersham Rugby.
Is that a Waratah?
1880. Yeah. 1883, unbroken. Second oldest oldest subbies club rugby. Yeah. And the second oldest club in Australia, the other being Sydney Uni.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it's got a great history and something that we're all very, very proud of.
Oh, that's really good. I don't follow sport. I'm a female.
No.
I lie. I follow Carlton.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. They never win. So.
Well, then you should be a Western Suburbs fan or at least a West Tigers fan because they never win.
You don't need my luck on them. God, don't wish that on them.
Yeah. No, seriously, that's my luck. I think it's every team I I support. That's why I was really shocked when Richmond Tigers won, because I'm a Richard Tigers fan. And I was really shocked when they won. I was like, hang on a sec, teams that I support don't win. When did this happen?
It was actually
When
good
did
when
this
they
start
won.
happening?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
Done not much. I did my knee. I don't know what I did, but
No.
yeah, I just twisted it somehow, so it's been a bit sore. But today's really good. Fingers crossed. It's on the mend.
Oh, good. Let's hope so.
What can we do? We're in Melbourne. What can
Yeah.
I do? I can put a mask on and go to Coles. That's really exciting.
Well, look at New Zealand. The reason they're now talking that the reason that New Zealand shut down so quickly is the theory is that the family that got infected, it's a whole family.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out how one family just got infected. They're now talking that it might have been freight that was sealed.
Could do.
Now, if that's the case, we're screwed.
It's very scary.
Well,
did you see the government, the head health minister? I can never remember his name. The doctor.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Very nice looking man. He was saying today about packaging that comes on, because we're getting so much delivered online, I should say, that he said the packaging's fine because it doesn't last. The disease doesn't last that long on the.
But they're saying that this was a sealed thing. That's the reason why. So look, it's unconfirmed, and I'm not a big one with that.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just freaked about it.
It's awful.
I'm not returning to a gym anytime within the next year or so.
No, I wouldn't be doing anything like that. So it's very, very, very scary. And travelling's another one.
To the open. Oh God, yeah.
I'm surprised Europe's allowed the doors open and they're all travelling around.
It'll catch them up.
Oh,
it really will, especially when winter hits.
They haven't had their second wave yet, so that's going to hit them. So
it'll hit them in winter, and it'll hit them really badly because they're not prepared for it. It's going to come down and bite them in the arse.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I started working on my new album, and I'm producing it myself.
Yeah.
And a couple of things. One, George Martin, the people who consider him to be the fifth Beatle, really is the fifth Beatle.
Yeah.
And two, anyone who's a producer, I love you, because oh my God, I can't believe it's every millisecond of the song you have to go through. You have to pattern every single part of it and go through it and change it and move it to this and take out the pun and remove this and take this out and change this up here and move it to here. And even though I'm loving it, I really am.
Yeah.
One song has taken me nearly 2 weeks to get done.
Oh.
Because it's just, I got a life.
Well, you're working, that's right. So.
Yeah, but it's incredible. Seriously, Kate, I can't believe how much you have to put in just to get it done. It's really difficult.
So what, have you got a studio at home?
It's a home studio, but it's very easily set up. It's literally just your microphone, your mixer. I have a little converter box, which converts the microphone signal and everything coming in.
Yeah.
I then run that into recording it on my laptop. But this album so there's two I'm doing at the same time. So there's one where I'm playing the guitar and I'm doing stuff like that, and that's my own album, and it's called Blue, which is the second EP to one I did start of the year called Maroon, which is this.
No, really?
So Maroon and Blue. So, and it's actually part of the club song.
Yeah.
And the Blue album, it's just I've done my things, but then I go through and I record my audio. Now, when I record my audio, I literally sit I stand in a box that's about that big and about that big, and I'm in like that. So it's either side of me here, and the microphone's here as I sing. Wow. Now, normally when I sing my Blue album, that's okay, I can do everything, but the other album I'm doing is called Songs from My Heart. I started doing singing a long time ago in musicals, My first musical I did, I was 12.
Wow.
And I love musicals. Musicals is my true heart. It's the true part of who I am. Elvis is a gig. You know, Elvis is just, that's my music, and it gets me a gig, and it gets me money. Yeah, it gets me money. And Elvis is cool. It's easy to do Elvis, you know? It's just, you know, you've got to be an entertainer and a performer, but still, it's still a lot of fun. So in the case of doing the musicals, all of these songs I have done like I'm doing the album, so I'm splitting it in two. So one's called Songs from the Heart, one's called Songs from the Soul. So I'm doing those albums at the same time I'm doing the Blue album.
Mm.
And I've recorded nearly every single song. I'm about 4 or 5 off finishing. And once you do that, then you've got to go through and edit each song. But what's really funny is that because I'm a performer, some of the songs I've had to do like 5, 6 times because I'm moving away from the mic and I'm getting into the part and I'm playing around. I'm like, yeah. And I'm
You're
like,
too dramatic.
I'm like, dickhead, seriously? Can we not? Like one of them I do because it's one of my favourite musicals of all time. When I was 15, I used to travel to Sydney every night from Parramatta. Every Friday night to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show Club.
All right.
So I was part of the group of people who would do, so you'd watch it up on the thing, the lights would be up, and you would do that. You would then act out and sing at the bottom of the screen. So the screen's here, and you're at the bottom here, and you're acting it out. And then you're doing lines that were created by the Americans, who, when someone would say a line, like for instance, at one part of it, she says, I always cry in weddings. So the crowd then says, I always laugh at funerals.
Yeah.
So it's a line that people use all the way through and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I used to go in and do that. And that's when like all that musical thing started to hit me. And then I started to do more and more musicals, like Les Mis, Chess, Jesus Christ Superstar, Godspell.
Wait a minute. Are we talking big score amateur, or are we talking major?
No, the big ones. Major. I wasn't a major part in it. I was like, no. I'm a pleb up the back of a fucking shirt, you know. I'm sorry. I'm a pleb up the shirt, you know. The shirt goes, you know.
You're the pot plant at the back, aren't you? This pot plant just sitting here. Waving.
Yeah. I'm the one in the, like, you know, part of the, you know, a couple of hundred people standing in the back going, can you hear the people sing? You know,
you didn't have the flag. I'm sorry, you didn't get the flag.
But see, that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
You also was here, right? But 10 feet away from you was Andrew Warlow.
Yeah, oh, lovely.
Okay? Yeah. And he's such a lovely, lovely man. And he'd walk past, he'd be like, hey, Jones, how you going, mate? And I'd be like, g'day, mate. And he'd go past and go, oh my God.
Oh, I know.
He just said hello. So you are, in every part you do, you're understudy.
Yep.
Now, have you ever watched the Seinfeld episode of Understudies? It's absolutely true. People don't like understudies because they think of them like you're waiting in the wings, waiting for this person to get injured or sick. So it's my turn. It's like you're Brutus. And I said this to, who did I send it to? It's one of the stars, Marina Price.
Oh, yeah.
And I sent it to her and she went, oh shit, Jones, that's actually really true. And she said, I'm going to watch my understudy, that's for sure. But I was like, understudy. So like I got onto the stage a couple of times playing the guys, the revolutionary guys.
Yep.
So I did, one night I got to do, what is it again? Drink with me 2 days gone by. So I got to do that.
Yeah.
And that was like the highlight because I'm standing here and, you know, some of the greatest singers that have ever appeared in Australian theatre are right there next to me. And the nerds, I threw up before it. I I was so scared. I was scared shitless. And I'm just getting into the part and I'm singing and everything like that. And as I came off, the stage manager's like, good job, James. Well done. You know, that was excellent.
Yep.
Just bring it down a bit. Just a bit big. Just remember this part.
But people in the audience wouldn't know that.
Part. No. But he was right though. No, he was right. And I literally just turned to him and I went, oh, mate, you're absolutely right. I'm so sorry. I just, got in the part and everything like that. After it, the stage manager's come back to me and he's gone, best answer I got. No one ever does that. So, thank you. So it was good that you get, but you need constructive criticism in your life.
Oh, you do, yeah.
It's one of the things I like about Twitter, like Rob and Dave and Linda and Rose. They all give me that constructive stuff that I need.
Yep.
I don't need someone going, oh, James, you can sing. I know I can sing and I know I can do certain things. The thing about getting up in front of a stage, in front of anybody, is two things. One is having the confidence in yourself to go, I deserve to be on this stage. Not that you're better than anyone. Don't you ever say that. The moment you say that is the moment you're going to screw up. Yep. And number two is saying to yourself, I got this. I can do it.
Yep.
It's not, I always say that it's ego, not egotistical. Egotistical is a completely different thing. Yep. Ego is about, being able to progress and be better at what you are. You learn and you get better at it.
I think
I was never...
Sorry, I was just saying, the nicest people that are in theatre and stuff, they're very humble.
I think you have to be. I don't think you're ever going to survive without it. I've been trolling to see if I can find if they're going to do open auditions for Hamilton.
Oh, right, yeah.
Of which I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the King. Oh. Now, I'm not going to get it, right? There's no way. I'm going to get it. But it's that challenge. It's that thing of just, who cares? Like, just go for it.
Practice. Yeah, go
what
for
the
it.
Hell?
Exactly.
Yeah, what the hell? So I keep practicing. If you look up the song on Hamilton's soundtrack, which is on iTunes, Spotify, it's called You'll Be Back. Yep. And it's the King. It's King George talking about the revolution. It's a magnificent song. He's a great character. And he seriously, in the actual Hamilton itself, the character itself, the guy playing it, steals the show.
Yeah.
Steals it.
Yeah.
I just keep looking for these open auditions and hoping it is, because if it is, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult at the moment to know whether or not it is or not. Just hang on a second.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. You can go away. I don't understand. Don't ring me with a private number. I'm not going to answer. I'm just going to ignore you. So I did a lot of...
It could be an agent wanting you to play in Hamilton. No? Okay.
Nah. And leave a message. They never leave a message. Just leave a message.
No, they just hang up. Yeah.
Yeah, God invented messages for a reason. Just use them. Or invented the person. Anyway, so I love musicals. So in this thing, I'm doing all these songs. So I'm going crazy because I keep having to go back and do them again. Yeah. So I'm doing things like, hang on, I'll get my list for you.
Have you written any of these songs?
No. The Blue album is my songs.
Hmm?
So the Blue albums are all my stuff.
Yeah.
The Songs from My Heart and Songs from My Soul are all musicals.
Oh, okay.
So it's Bring Him Home from Les Mis.
Oh, I love that song. On My Own is my favourite one.
Yeah. See, Jodie Gillis did that in the Australian production, right? I was obsessed by this woman. I mean, obsessed. Okay, so I'm 20 years of age. She would have been 26, 27 at the time. And when I found out that she met an American doctor, by the way, 6'4", like better looking than any, like seriously, he was beautiful. But one of my favourite things, she's doing her scene where she dies, remember?
Yep.
And she touches Marius's face and she dies. She comes off stage and she goes, did anyone hear that guy while I was singing? Like, there's a guy in the front row and he's crying, like out loud, sobbing. She said, I couldn't concentrate. And it turns out it was a boyfriend who's now a husband. And it turned out that was her boyfriend.
Oh, really?
And at the end, everyone comes out, we're at the top, and we do our, like this because, we're one of the 1,000 with T-shirts on. I think I still have that T-shirt. Don't know if it fits anymore. And they all go forward and they bow, and Jodie comes out for her part, which is Eponine, and she bows. And as she bows, she looks straight at him, and he's up, and he's getting people around him with his loud American voice. Oh, come on, yes, yes. And she's like, no
decorum. No decorum.
All the Americans. Since then, she's had, I think it's like 4 kids or something like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
She's amazing, absolutely amazing. But Bring Me Home is going to be very difficult for me to do.
It's very
musical
high.
itself. It's not that. It's the musical itself is my father and I, like my dad and I had a lot of things in common. Musicals was our thing. And we went and I was in it. We did this together. He saw me in this stuff. He was there with me.
It's lovely.
It's a very difficult thing to do because singing it just brings up all those memories and the fact that, well, it's not just that.
Yeah, but you got to remember, but he was proud of you doing it. So it's a
but he was my best mate. So it's going to be hard. Any Dream Will Do from Josephine Tickett, my first musical. I was 12 years of age with a high voice because I was a soprano.
Soprano, were you?
Oh, my claim to fame at that age. When I was 15, I won the Sydney Stedford State Australian Championships and came second in the world. So
get out of here.
Not while I'm around.
You're a baby.
No. Not While I'm Around, which is from Sweeney Todd.
Yep.
One of the weirdest musicals of all time.
I totally.
Like seriously, the man's a madman trying to get revenge, so he starts cutting people up and putting them in meat pies. Yeah. Oh, let's be honest. No one is better than Angela Lansbury as Mrs. Lovett. Come on.
Yeah, she was very good.
So You'll Be Back, which is from Hamilton. Save the People and We Beseech Thee from Godspell, which I love. Oh. And then just a mixture of all of those ones. Jesus Christ, Superstar. There's one from a musical. It's actually, a lot of people don't know about it. The musical never really got released as a musical. It got released as an album called Whistle Down the Wind. It's an Andrew Lloyd Webber one.
Okay.
If you want, go on to YouTube and listen to Tina Areena's version of it. She nails it. She just nails it. But there's another one in there by Tom Jones called Vaults of Heaven. And that's a hard one because Tom's got such a powerful, deep, it's a difficult song to sing. So yeah, those ones are hard to do. But I find myself doing it. Like I was doing Vaults of Heaven.
Yep.
And I'm going, the keys to the vaults of heaven. And then wondering why it was
Right again. You're moving too much.
Yeah. I got to remember to stay still.
Yep.
But it's so hard with a musical because a musical is a performance. It is about performing and giving yourself to it. Yep. So you tend to not, it's like doing Elvis. You can't just wear an Elvis suit and just sing a song. You've got to be part of it.
Yeah.
You've got to dance. Because that's what everyone would do. When I did the karaoke with the King at Mudgee, oh, man, did I learn a lot about drunks. The door.
Drunks or drunks?
Drunks.
Oh, you said drugs. Oh, okay.
Alcohol drunks.
Okay.
Never touched that in my life. I mean, alcohol, yes, of course. I'm Australian, but not drugs. Not drugs. I got that when I got back to law. And so people would come in through the door, like here, and as they would come through the door, they'd look and they'd go. You'd always get the double take, always.
Oh wow!
Because they'd see me in my suit and they'd go, "Oh shit, it's Elvis." they sit, they get a drink, and that's it. That's all the boss ever wanted me to do.
Yeah.
And he gave me one of the nicest compliments I've ever gotten in my life when he said to me, there's probably one other person who's lucky that can do what you do, to hold this crowd in, to bring them in like this. It was the greatest thing. I couldn't believe it. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, I have stopped doing that now, simply because the fact that I love being Elvis, but I hate drunk so much. I can't begin to tell you middle-aged women over the age of 40, and white women, their behaviour. They would get drunk.
They let loose.
It wasn't that. It was they thought they were privileged, like they were able to do whatever they want. They would grab my ass, they would grab my groin, and they would think that, yeah, it's all okay. And you tell people that, and they go, oh yeah, but you enjoyed it. And I go, do you think women enjoy it? Well,
Exactly.
Guess what? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want someone touching me like that unless they're my partner.
Exactly.
And even then, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
You don't just get to just grab me simply because the fact I'm dressed as Elvis.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I just got sick of it. I got sick of the way that they behave, the rudeness, it just, in the end, it wasn't music to me anymore.
Yeah.
It was money.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it, is it?
No, so I'm going to go back to musicals.
Very good.
When it all opens up again, of course. That'd be nice.
It's not my course. Is it ever going to happen?
Well, look, that was a question I posed actually to my work colleagues today. Do we continually do this back and forward, lockdown, not lockdown, lockdown, not lockdown?
Yeah.
Or do we try and live with it? Now, by doing that,
you mean by hurting?
We're also consigning a lot of people to death if we do that too.
Yeah, they were going to do the herding. The herding was their way, but it's a really hard.
What do we do now?
I mean, look. We've lost so many. We lost 21 people yesterday.
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
They're all over 70. I mean, we're going to end up with no old age people. It's like it's been put on earth to get rid of the oldies.
Well, did you hear? Did you hear the minister? Did you hear the minister who said, "Okay, well, we should just go back to work"? And my grandfather, who's 60, I think he said 68. He's had a good life. He's willing to. He's willing to take the bullet.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
You realise that's the same thinking that the Nazis did.
Exactly.
We don't need the handicapped. No. We don't need the elderly. So how about we just start, euthanizing them? Let's peacefully let them go. Now we need a solution to the Jews. We've got them in this little area and it's not working. So how about we just deal with that? And that's how you snowball. Fear snowballs you. Fear causes people to not wear a mask and yell at people. Fear causes people to do stupid things. So, yeah, I don't know, but I tell you what, I ain't criticising any of them. I don't give a crap whether they're Liberal, Labor, I don't care. I'm not criticising one of these leaders because I wouldn't want their job.
Oh, no. I mean, Andrews is copping it really badly here. And
he's copying it because there's nobody else to yell at.
Well, the biggest thing was
yell at someone.
It was the hotel lockdown and the way they went about it. They didn't put in police. They put in security. The security weren't trained. They were sleeping with people in the place. They were lighter.
Just excuse me.
It was absolutely disgraceful, and that's why he's
just didn't want to do that on screen.
And and they're investigating it. He can't talk about it because they're investigating, and that's fair enough. But he's really copping it today. Today he's copped it the worst.
Yeah. And that's what fear does. People do that all the time,
Oh, blame somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the way they go.
Yeah, absolutely. So
just hang on a sec.
Yep, he's got these phone calls.
I'm getting messages from my kids. No, it's messages from my kids.
Oh, sure. It's another agent wanting you to come sing. Watching
Oh,
him
yeah,
in
totally.
the background. Woo!
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. I'd do that
Say
again in a second. I would do that again in a second, Kate. I would definitely be like back up there.
I did amateur theatre about, geez, we're probably talking 20 odd years ago, just over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And
what happened?
I copped the lead. Now, let me tell you, that was not fun. It was a play written by the director, and it was okay. It wasn't bad, but I had something like 200 props I had to use in this 40-minute play.
200 props?
Yep, I was a waitress maitre d'. I had to welcome people into the restaurant. I had to seat them. I had to put the napkins on. I had to give them water. I had to give them wine. I had to get them the menus. I had to do this and bring out the food and put it back. And I was exhausted. I mean, I was in tears when we were rehearsing because it was just so hard.
Oh,
And as soon as the curtains went up first day, boom, they did it perfect.
So, and that's the thing, isn't it? It's all about your practice. The more you practice, you get better at it.
Yeah.
But what I love about live theatre is when something goes wrong and you have to ad lib.
Yep.
And you have to bring it into the story.
Bring it back again.
No, I did a lot of plays. There I was leads in though. I was in a ton of ones on Footbridge Theatre and stuff like that. Parramatta, Riverside.
Yep.
I love acting. It's the best. It really is. But musicals are that's why I called the album Songs from My Heart and Songs from My Soul, because well, that's what it is.
Let's just hope jokes are my forte.
Yours are great. I really love it. Hey, did you have a look at the Far Side stuff?
Only quickly last night. Yeah, only quickly. Yeah. Too tired.
The Far Side is one of those things that you either get it or you don't. You'll either laugh or you'll just go. Yeah. It's like I've found that is what it's like with everything.
Yeah.
For me, I never got what was it? The Goon Show, so I didn't laugh at that.
Didn't you?
But I found Monty Python hilarious.
Oh, they're a scream, yeah.
I never got Benny Hill, but I love Mr. Bean. So,
a little bit.
Though they are
I think the thing with Benny Hill always had that bit of smutty humour in it all the time. And it was.
I like intelligent humour. Yeah. I like smart humour, and Monty Python does that. But then Mr. Bean, it's just
doesn't even speak.
I think. It's all about his action.
Yeah.
It's about his. He's a mime. Yeah. So walking really fast in London, doing a big walk. This is back in the days with the headphones, the blue headphones and a tape deck. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was cool. And I'm walking, and he's a mime, and he's like this in front of me, and I went like this. It's like, just go away, right? So then he goes and he starts getting in front of me, and I went right at him. I grabbed him and went right back and I walk. See you, buddy. Like, I hate mimes. I really hate mimes. The other one I hate? Clowns.
Not easy.
Clowns.
I hate clowns. I've got a thing about clowns. Don't even talk to me about clowns. Hate them.
My son knows it, right? So every time we go to Luna Park, they have these clowns that go around and you can get your photo taken. He's like, hey, Dad, want to get your photo taken? Shut up, Thomas. It's like, go away. And they go to go near me and I'm like, whoa.
I hate them. I don't see the humour in them. I don't get it.
No.
I can chat over anybody, and it's not funny. Yeah, really.
No, there's just something about clowns that just
creepy.
Oh, I look at that and I go, no way, no thanks.
It's not that movie It. I mean, oh God, that to use a
clown. No, oh God, no. Oh, definitely not. Please no.
It comes out.
Yeah.
The God and the crowd. Oh my God, it's horrible. We should stay underground.
There was one musical I was doing one time, Carousel, which has the song "You'll Never Walk Alone," which is Liverpool's football club song. And I mean, there's a lot of clubs that have it, but it's most known for them. And the song is a lot different. in Carousel than it is the version that pretty much everybody knows.
Yeah.
Hey, here's something I didn't know. Elvis did a copy of it. So,
Yeah, didn't you know that?
no, I ended up doing a version of like what he did. Yeah. And where I'm in the background, and I'm part of the crew behind, and we're meant to be watching this clown do this flip, and everyone's supposed to go like this, and I got into trouble because the clown fell over, and I went he wasn't meant to fall over, and everyone went like, you know, as part of the act.
Yeah.
And I just went I got moved further back after that. That'll teach me.
You're out in the garden by that time. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I was giving out pamphlets to people and say, "Here, come in and come and see the musical, mate. Here, come and see the musical. Come on. Yeah, like the guys at the Cross in the 80s. Yeah, come on, mate. Come on. Yeah, come see a show. Come see a show.
Yeah,
it's a show about clowns.
Yep.
It's shows about clowns. It's a show about clowns. You're going to love it.
Love clowns, mate. You love clowns, mate, don't you?
I used to be at the back. Now I'm at the front. Come on. It's like with Danny. I like how we can do all those different voices and stuff, because I'm Brian Brown. I'm Michael Caine. I'm the same person right through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Every play I did, I only ever auditioned for something that I knew I could use my Australian accent, because there was no way. I sounded like Joey Tribbiani in Friends. When he did trying to get a Southern accent, it came out like a Jamaican, and that's exactly what I'm like. I start with an accent, and it seems to morph into this
something else.
UN. No, in a UN where I'm bringing in all these different accents at once, just mixing them together and see what happens. You know, let's see what accent I can come up with, and I do it, and my kids just go, seriously, Dad, just no. My daughter does it all the time. She's like, Dad, you can sing, but that's it. I'm like, really? I said I'm a good actor. No.
Oh, hard critics.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I don't mind doing it every time they do something. I go, really? Oh, that was good. Yeah. You know, just to give it back to them. Yeah, what the hell? But it's the great thing about, it's like when I was in a band, the great thing about it is that you get to see so many more things. I don't regret one night of Karaoke with the King. I don't regret it one bit. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not doing it anymore. I'm glad that I'm now turning my mind to something that I really want to do. Yeah. And even if I end up in Canberra Theatre, in an amateur thing, up the back, I don't care.
That's right.
I'm on the stage again. I don't care. I'll be a stage manager. I'll do anything. You know, I'll help out.
It is a buzz, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't regret it because it's the best. You get to see and meet so many different people. Yeah. When I was in a band, we did the East Coast. Excuse me, we did the East Coast. So we were Newcastle to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Mainly in Sydney, Parramatta, stuff like that. And the band's name was Ponds Creek, which is a creek in Dundas, which is about 10 minutes drive heading towards the city from Parramatta.
Yep.
So they're very close, really, really close places. And, you know, back then we had I'm not sure they did it. I think they did it in Melbourne because I'm sure I saw it there. The Sydney Morning Herald, you had a gig guide. It was green.
Yes, gig
guide. And I'm sure the Herald in Melbourne did it too. Yeah. And it was, everything that was on. It showed you
where everything was.
That's it, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. Yeah. So, I was 20 years of age and I was doing, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights while working and playing a sport. But I was 20, I was, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke. So I was healthy because I was playing footy. And this is back in the day when, you had a job and you played footy. And then I'd be, you'd go and do gigs. Like I got to see, and because we made ourselves a support band, when in the 80s, when they used to book a band, they would book a band for 6:30, which was your support band.
Yep.
And then at 9:30, the big bands would come on.
That's right.
So we would work that that shift, then we pack all that stuff up and then we just sit around and watch all these other bands play.
Yeah.
So we're the best of both worlds. But we got to support people like the Machinations, the Swingers. We did Men at Work in Melbourne.
Wow.
Because you're a support band. And managers were ringing our manager, which ended up being a guy I went to school with. And he would be getting, you know, the old one, he'd be getting phone calls, you know, like this, can they support? Because it meant that they could easily sell themselves with a gig. They could easily go, okay, we're doing this gig because we've got a support band already.
Yeah.
So, you know, I got to see some of the greatest bands that Australia's ever put together right in front of me. You know, I did one set and it's still to this day the greatest music thing that's ever happened to me. I finished our set. It was a really good set and I really loved it. And we did a version of Flame Trees.
Mm.
I'm walking off and I'm coming down the stage and Don Walker and Ian Moss walk past. Stop, turn around and go, that was really good. Don Walker and Ian Moss. And I'm just like this going.
In shock. Yeah.
Okay. And then Jimmy Barnes comes around the side, pissed, and goes, fucking great. And then just keeps walking. And I went, did all of that just happen or did I just imagine the whole thing?
That's really good though.
And it just, you know, I mean, we played some of the shittiest places ever. I had bottles thrown at me. I had one guy try and jump on the stage with a knife. Oh, that was hilarious. Greg Williamson got our guitar. Bang! And then straight go. Didn't miss a beat. Did not miss the beat. Like, went, bang. Like, I'm like,
you've gone into panic mode. You're wishing you were back on the wall again.
And he's like,
oh God, that's so funny.
But that's what being in a band was. Oh yeah. The night we did Walker and we were a support band for a punk group. I didn't realise as punk fans they spit on you. And
that's pretty gross.
The more spit you get spat at, the better you are.
Oh. So
we ended up doing some very heavy rock that night. We weren't a rock band. We were soft rock, if you want to call it anything, pop. And Billy Connolly says, people who do this, you should do the whole thing. No, but do the whole thing. So we played really, really hot rock that night. And I just said to the guys, I'm going to scream some of these songs because that's what you do in punk, right? I'm going to change the words and I'm just going to scream and I'm going to swear a lot. And they went, right up. So I was swearing and I was getting in. I was right there with that like this. And spit's flying at Christian like this. And I'm, you know, and water. And we finished the first set. And we were going back on to the second set. And we're all pissed off. We're like, no, we don't want to go back on and everything like that. And the lead singer from the band that was playing after us came up to us and said, that's some of the best punk we've ever heard. And the crowd loved you. And I'm like, they're spitting on me. He went, yeah, that's how they show their appreciation. He said, you got more spit than we do. And I'm like, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Legend.
So we went back and did the second set because it's a job. It's a job, and you know it was money and stuff, and you know we were kids. You know we needed it. I can't explain. Kaye, do you have boys?
I know. I've got 2 daughters.
Okay. There is no smell like a boy. Okay. There is no way to explain it. What it smells like for 4 young men to be in a combi van together. Driving to Melbourne and back again.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's fine.
But you don't think about it. Yeah, but you don't think about it then. You know, now I'd be sitting in the bed. Can you hear me now?
What was that? Hello?
What was that?
I don't know.
Someone interfered with my mic. It's China. China's coming on my mic. Oh. Well, just know this, guys. I don't mind you. You're cool. You haven't done anything to me, so you're cool. That was cool. No, it's probably because it's Bluetooth. Someone's picked up a signal or something.
Good grief.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're listening in, it's a boring conversation, so it's up to you.
Oh, excuse me. We're not boring.
And, not you. You're fine.
You.
Just me. Yeah, not you. Me. So we did get like if I was in that car now, I'd be like, can one of you open the window, please? Or we'd be playing the music and I'd be like, whoa. Oh shit, this is too loud. Turn it down a bit, will you?
Boys and feet. That's the worst part.
So, oh no.
Sweat.
No, I don't want to remember that. That's going to bring back some terrible. Yeah, I'm not going there. There's too many memories, guys.
Oh,
Way too many memories. I'm not doing that. I'll start to get really sick. That'll be it for me. I'll just, yeah.
You'll pass it.
Oh,
Oh, God.
I'm too old now.
You do the
I'm
old
too old for it now. You know, I just. No, up the back.
Oh, I can up the back.
You don't do anything up the back. Yeah, that when you do this one, and you have to do like we're doing this, right? I'd go.
I can imagine.
Just to make it fun.
You'd have been
And you
the kid
could
stealing
always
the show at school.
Yeah. But there was always one in your row. He'd be like this.
Yep.
Always. There was always one. There was always one who thought they were like the next big thing. I am going to be the next big thing, the biggest thing ever. You could just feel
His name was
they came in. I got to meet him, but
lovely.
way before it all. I was doing a play with Deborah Furness, and they had just started dating, and I got to meet him, and he's like even then he was this nice guy, but nobody knew about him.
No.
Like he was just an actor, you know. It's just like, oh, that's Hugh Jackman. Like, okay, that's Hugh Jackman. But Deborah is incredible.
Haven't seen her.
So
She's
smart.
acted for so long.
So, she's just like bang switched on. She is switched on. No, because she's too busy doing charity stuff.
Mm.
She's working her ass off doing all the charity things. Trust me, she does a lot more than he does.
Yeah.
But a magnificent relationship, just amazing. And you also got to remember too that there's an age gap between them. But when they first met, it was very apparent because he had such a baby face.
Yeah.
He was very thin.
You don't notice it now, do you?
No. They've met on the movie, was it a telly movie? It's about a prison, and she's a psychiatrist.
That's right, yeah.
And he's a prisoner, and they fall in love. And she's like,
14
you know,
years.
you could
There's
see
14
at that
years
point.
between them. 14.
But it was literally just, you know, hey, how you going?
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman. I was like, oh, get it, mate. James Caulfield, how you going? Just wait for Deb. Oh, okay. Deb told me, you guys just started dating. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Talking about stuff. Lives at Bondi, plays cricket, does stuff like this, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. And it isn't until, probably 15, 20 years later, that I start seeing this guy come up on things, and I'm like, I met him. To this day, my son goes, I need proof. I said, well, unless you invent a time machine, I can't do it. And he goes, but you can talk to him. And I said, what am I going to say? Hey, listen,
Do you remember
nearly 40 years, about 35 years ago, we met. Yeah. I said, you realise he's probably met about 1 million people since then. He's not going to remember anything.
That's right, exactly.
But I love seeing him do well. I love seeing the Hemsworths do well because I love seeing Australians do well.
Yep, exactly.
You know, I love it. I watched on, I think, Binge. Can't remember which one of them it is. No, Amazon. The Paul Hogan show about him living in LA.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny because it's like, even though it's now, you would think it was the 80s. They still have this thing about him. The crocodile hunter is loved by everybody still. Steve is still loved by all the Americans.
I know, it's
They still love him.
unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
He's been able
to play that for so long.
Well, I've seen so many African American comedians go, he's the reason I love the environment and stuff. I'm thinking, oh my Lord. You know, whereas we might have seen him as a bit of a joke. They saw him as this enthusiasm. Well, he fitted in with Americans because he had that enthusiasm and he has that, yeah. And every time I talk to Americans, they love, you know, when I do that. They love it when I'm, you know, gregarious and big and,
you're Australian.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
The best
and
thing
all we have to do
is, did you see Charlie in Boots?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's sitting in the car and the bowling ladies cut them off in the car and he says, who taught you to drive a bunch of nuns? It's the funniest line I've ever heard and it's so typical Paul Hogan. And then he's hiding in the well of the car when the truck driver woman's after him. It's so typical Australian humour. Stupid but funny.
One of the ones that a lot of people don't know about, Crackerjack. There's a lot of lines in Crackerjack that are so quintessential. Like, yes, the castle is that. But Crackerjack's got those lines that our dad used to use. Yeah. That our mates still use.
Yeah.
You know, that they still say that stuff. You know, it's like Carl Barron. Carl Barron makes you laugh because you look at the humour and you go, yeah, my dad used to do that. You know, like when he says, my dad would be pissed off and proud of me all at the same time. Carl, how did you get tomato sauce on the back of your head? I don't know how you did it, son, but well done. And that's my dad. Yeah. He used to do the exact same thing. Yeah. You know, James, how exactly did you get yourself up in that tree? You're stupid.
Get yourself down.
No, but stupid. Yeah. So well done. And then turn back to you and then go, yeah, you get yourself down, mate. Off you go.
My brother stuck me, he and his mate stuck me, or they made a swing on the Hills Hoist. They stuck me up on the Hills Hoist. I was spinning around, right? And I'm probably 6 or 7, and I am flying. I mean, I'm spinning. And little buggers, Mum comes out and goes, how'd you get up there? I go, oh, Ken, you know, my brother did it. And he goes, well, you can get yourself down. I just went, okay, so I just flipped backwards.
Oh, yeah. It's like my dad, every time I play with my brothers, because all my brothers are much older than I am, and they'd smash me, and I'd be sore and I'd be crying, and he'd go, well, suck it up. You play with the big boys, mate. Yeah. You play with the big boys. It's the rules that happen. I'm going to have to get moving, unfortunately. Yep. I've got to do dinner and stuff for teenagers and stuff like that.
Very good. Yeah, I've got to go get the dinner on. So.
When's our next one? Friday?
Do you want to do Friday? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you bet.
I can't think of his name. He's known as A Hendo. Oh, what's his name? I can't think of his first name. Isn't that awful? He's been sick. I said to him today, I said to him, you have to come on and have a chat with us. He's from the other side of Geelong. So.
Okay, cool. Excellent.
Yeah,
I love talking to new people. Yeah. All right, great.
We'll see you soon.
It's been wonderful as always. Thank you so much, Kaye. That was great.
Yep, no worries.
Awesome. I got some more stories of being at the back too.
Back on the wallflower.
Yeah, up the back. Going right to the back again. I'll talk to you soon.
See you, Dom.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.